Commanders Nation, what up? Commander Cole back with another video. And we're talking about the Commanders' absolute beatdown of the Tennessee Titans, 42-19 yesterday. So the Commanders improved to 8-5 on the season. Still in the 7th seed of the wild card. They're a game and a half up, I believe it's of the Cardinals right now. Huge shout out to the Vikings for coming back against the Cardinals and pulling out that victory. Helped us a lot. Helped us a ton. But I just want to talk about how the game went yesterday. And God, was that needed, man. That was needed. Huge win for the squad, 42-19. And it wasn't really ever close. We started the game, came out of the gates, 3-0 for the Titans. I mean, shout out to the fans at Northwest Stadium. They were loud. They came ready to go. It was rocking there. What it's called? They call us 2 false starts. That was all the crowd. 2 false starts. One of them was on their right tackle, Petit Frere, who was just awful. And we put them into I think it was a 1st and 20 situation. We eventually got them to 3rd and 22, and they were done from there. Punted it away. Bam, 3 plays. What a statement by Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury heard us. He heard the fans talk about, oh, Terry doesn't line up on the right side. Oh, we got to get Terry involved more. First play from scrimmage for the Commanders. Terry lines up on the right side. Bam, 10-yard curl route right to Terry. That's all we asked for. The quick game was back yesterday. Then another 10-yard pass to Noah Brown, and then a 40-yard touchdown from B-Rob. Man, is it good to see B-Rob back and ready. He looked quick on that touchdown. I was very happy. I thought he wasn't going to play. He's a warrior, man. I'm happy for him. Happy that he's in the lineup because he makes a huge difference on offense. And then, Titans got a first down on the next drive, stopped them, then we went right down the field again. Jaden had a rushing touchdown, and then Terry had 2 touchdowns in the first half. Early stages of the second quarter, it was 28-0. This game was over then. I was watching with my dad and brother, and they were still a little nervous. The game was like, Titans could still come back. They were never coming back. We were up 28-0, and Zane Gonzalez missed a field goal before half. I told you guys, the field goal kicking is a problem for this team. When we play good teams, we're not going to blow out good teams. So when we play good teams, we're going to need our kickers to make their kicks. Especially if we get into a playoffs as a 7th seed and we're going to Link to play Philly or going to Detroit to play the Lions. Our kickers have to be ready to go. They have to make everything. They can't miss. Because we could lose that game by 2. And Zane Gonzalez missing a 42-yard field goal is the reason why our season is over. So our kickers need to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe Cyber can come back by the end of the year. But if Gonzalez, he was 0 for 2 yesterday. But I'm going to give him another chance. If he performs well for the rest of the season, I don't see why he would leave. Cut Seibert if Gonzalez performs. But right now, he's not on the correct track. But yeah, the Titans scored right before the first half ended. We had multiple chances to get them off the field. There was a 3rd and 21 where we had Levis dead to rights in the backfield, and he got out of it and threw a dart to Calvin Ridley. I mean, Levis played well yesterday. He did. I know he was 18-37 with 200-something yards and 2 touchdowns, but his numbers don't really show how well he played. There was a ton of drops. There was at least 5 drops by the Titans receivers, and he just wasn't on the same page as a bunch of the receivers, especially Ridley. He had Ridley on a go ball to Benjamin St-Juste. The Lord knows why Joe Witt Jr. lined up Benjamin St-Juste one-on-one with Calvin Ridley. But there was a go ball to Calvin Ridley that he had Benjamin dead to rights, but he just overthrew Calvin. They weren't on the same page. Calvin stopped his route a little, but then he kept going. Dead to rights. Dead to rights should have been a touchdown, but hey, it is what it is. That helped us. It was a nice break. So 28-7, we come out of the half. We penalties derail that drive. We don't really do much. We give the ball back to the Titans. They drive down the field, kick a field goal, and then we get the ball back. Jaden threw a pick. It was intended for Zach Ertz. It was a little high, but it hit both of Ertz's hands, so you have to catch the ball. That's not Jaden's fault at all. He could have had it a little lower, but it is what it is. Got to catch the ball when it hits both your hands, especially when you're a 12-year, 13-year vet. Anyways, Titans got the ball back. Kicked a field goal, 28-13. But then we got it, drove right down the field. Jaden threw a touchdown to Zach Ertz, 35-13. So this is early stages of the fourth quarter, so this game is basically over now. So Yeah, we played like prevent defense. Titans drove down the field, another touchdown to Nick Westbrook-Akine. He's quietly a very good receiver this year. He has 8 touchdowns. Only 3 more players have more than him. One of those is Terry. Get him in Pro Bowl, by the way. And then they went for 2, missed it. Beautiful play by Mikey Singer still. I mean, just what a hit in the draft from Adam Peters and company. He's a stud. 50th overall pick. Happy he fell there. He shouldn't have, but he's ours. So 35-19. Then we drive right down the field. This was the C-Rod drive. Chris Rodriguez finished the day with 10 carries for 81 yards and a touchdown. I think he had like 60 yards on this drive. That's 8.1 a carry, by the way, which is just excellent. And he scored 42-19. That was the game. C-Rod's just a beautiful example of grit and never giving up and never complaining. What we are working towards this team being and what this team has been all year. He's gotten cut twice. He got cut in the preseason side of the practice squad. Then he got elevated for a couple games in the practice squad. Then he got cut again for a whole roster thing because we had to bring someone back off of IR. I believe it was Jordan McGay. I could be wrong. It was someone, though. He gives up his number for Lattimore. So now he's 36. And he's been cut twice, and then we re-sign him, and he's there. No complaints. Just a baller. Happy to have him. I really hope we don't cut him again because another team is going to scoop him up. B-Rob played great yesterday. I think he had like 6 yards a carry on average. He didn't really get many carries in the second half because he didn't need to. We didn't want to risk it. Jerry McNichols played okay. He had a couple strong runs, a couple chunk runs. And, the running backs, the ground game yesterday was great. Jaden, 9 carries, 34 yards and a touchdown. I was happy with the run game yesterday. Jaden looked great yesterday. Was happy to see him back. 25 of 30 through the air. I believe that's 83.3% completion percentage. 206 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Interception was iffy, not really his fault, but still goes down in the books. Rushing-wise, he had 9 rushes for 34 yards and a touchdown. So in total, 240 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, 1 turnover. That puts his passing touchdowns of the season for 15, his interceptions 6, and his rushing touchdowns 6. And he has 590 rushing yards and 2,319 passing yards. So he's nearing 3,000 total yards, and he has 21 total touchdowns, so only 6 turnovers, which is, it's fantastic. No complaints. People are saying, oh, Jaden's this, Jaden's that the past 3 weeks. He's a rookie. He's going to have bad games. He played great defenses. And the games he had were not even that bad. Minus Philly. Philly, he didn't play good. He was bouncing balls, receivers. That's the one bad game he's had. Last week against Dallas, he didn't play great, but it wasn't horrible. Same thing with Pittsburgh. I'm happy he's a Commander and he's not anywhere else. This is our future quarterback. He's going to be the quarterback for our team for the next 10 to 15 years, and I'm so happy that's the case. Terry, I think he had 60-something yards, maybe 70-something yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. That adds to his total in the year. He's at 896 receiving yards. And I think it was 73 receiving yards yesterday. He's at 896 receiving yards for the year and 9 touchdowns. On pace for record highs in all categories. Happy for Terry, man. He deserves it. Get him involved. He should be getting at least 10 to 12 targets a game. Cliff knows that too, which I'm happy about. It's not like he's delusional. Noah Brown went down with an injury yesterday, rib injury. I think he'll be okay. I don't know. I expect him to rest up over the bye and play at New Orleans in week 15, I believe. Yeah, week 15. He's got 2 weeks to rest up. I don't think there was any other injuries today. Everyone played good. People we should have back after the bye are Wiley. Andrew Wiley should be at right tackle or left tackle. No. Excuse me. I think left tackle for Wiley. Cornelius Lucas stepped in yesterday though and played exceptionally well. He got away with a lot of false starts though, but hey, they didn't call him, so it didn't happen. So he played well. I was pleased overall, especially with the offense yesterday. The defense was, I think they were pretty good. There was a lot of open receivers that Levis missed, which we need to clean up, but it is what it is. Frankie Lou is an animal. He should be a Pro Bowler. He should be an All-Pro. He should even be in defensive. It's obviously not going to happen. He should even be in Defensive Player of the Year talks. He's on pace for over 10 sacks, over 10 pass deflections, and a million tackles. Happy for him. It was fantastic. If he keeps playing this way, it'll be an All-Pro. Bobby Wagner, 13th straight 100-tackle season. Excellent for Bobby. He's your first ballot Hall of Famer, and I hope if he wants to continue playing football, I hope he resigns here next year because he's a big piece to this defense. Happy to have him. Yeah, so that was it for the defense, basically. The secondary looked pretty good. Quan kind of got trucked, hurt his shoulder, but I think he'll be fine. I did watch DQ's presser today, his Victory Monday, Tell the Truth Monday presser. He said he's happy the bye week is here because the team needs it bad. He said his quote was, they were almost out of gas, which I don't blame them. They've had 13 straight weeks of football. It's hard. It's hard to do that. It's great that we can have this time off, get our minds right, get our bodies right, and go stomp a mud hole in New Orleans, which I'm expecting us to do, especially after the bye. And they just lost Taysom Hill, too, who's a huge part of their offense. So, expecting a win there. Excuse me. DQ also said that he was asked about Chris Rodriguez, as I said, and he said he loves Chris. He loves his vision. And that was about it for Chris Rodriguez, but I was happy with his play yesterday. I really was. I'm proud of him, proud of the kid. What else was talked about in DQ's presser? I mean, there really wasn't much. He talked about how Marshawn Lattimore's injury is progressing. Marshawn Lattimore is slated to make his Washington Commanders debut against his former team, the New Orleans Saints, in New Orleans. I mean, that's a storybook, poetic. It's poetic. It's storybook. I'm excited for the man. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler. It should be a lot of fun to watch. It really should. But that's all I really got for you guys today. Just an excellent win. A much, much needed win for the boys down in D.C. 42-19 over the Tennessee Titans. Commanders improved to 8-5. Titans improved to 3-9. Titans are 3-9 now. They didn't improve. They fall to 3-9. That's the word. Everyone's gonna say, you beat a bad team. They were second ranked in total defense. They were first in passing defense and 8th in run defense, and we ran the ball down their throats, and Jaden did whatever he wanted through the air. So I don't want to hear the excuse of, you played a bad team. They're not a good team, but I don't want to hear the excuse of, you guys beat up on bad defenses, because that's a good defense, and we destroyed them. We destroyed them. Happy for the squad. Let's rest up and get ready for New Orleans. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. As always, raise hail, take command. Peace.